So I wanted to get on here so I can start talking about my journey to my bachelor's degree. Ugh, my glasses are a scratched up hot mess. I hope you can't even tell that. Um, Today is July the 16th, 2026, and this week is my third week in my graphics design and digital arts with a concentration in UX bachelor's degree program. So it all started around May the 16th or so. Something just had popped into my mind. Um, the thought of going back to school. I already owe a lot of money in student loans, but I was thinking if I had my bachelor's, that would help me with having more of an income to help me with these student loans. And not only this, I have been a nurse for, it'll be 20 years in May. So it's over 19 and a half years that I've been a nurse, and I am completely over that. I've been over that about 5 years. I do love working with the elderly people. I do love working with children. But it's just time for a career change for me. For me, definitely. Oh, it's raining now. So yeah, I called student financial aid around May the 15th or May the 16th, and I found out if I had any more money to go to school to get my bachelor's. I have 2 associate's degrees already. I have a phlebotomy certificate and a host of other classes. So I wasn't sure if I would have any money left to be able to use to go to school. So what they said is I had used up my Pell Grant, my lifetime of Pell Grant. I had used that up, and I had $10,500 left in student loans that I could use towards my bachelor's. Well, I knew that I could not afford to pay for getting a bachelor's myself, and my hope was that with all the credits that I already had, that they would be able to use some of them towards a bachelor's, because I definitely had no plans of going to school for 4 years, and the classes that I'm going to take or was going to take, which I've already started, had to be online. As a matter of fact, the whole program had to be online. I am 50 something, and I was not going to go to class. Not only that, but I wouldn't have been able to go to class anyway, because I still have to work. So with that in mind, I started looking at different schools. I knew that it was going to be something in graphics design that I wanted to do. I even thought about doing something in AI, but I know that would have been difficult to me. In my eyes, that would have been difficult. I know some people are like, no, don't do AI, it's this, it's that. I just feel like things are headed to AI, and I wanted to be ahead of it and know about it. So I couldn't get caught off guard, but I didn't go with that anyway. My first love was actually graphics design. So I did an application through Tarleton State University, through MCC in Waco. But then they didn't have a program that I wanted to do. So then the next day, May the 18th, I did an application for Texas Tech University, to ask for information about that. And then once I got online, Oh, I'm sorry. They called me immediately as soon as I finished the application. Like, they don't be playing. As soon as they know somebody want to come to school there, they're trying to get you there. So they called me immediately. They said to get my transcripts from MCC and TSTC. So I did that through Parchment for MCC, and then the clearinghouse for TSTC, which is where I had my associates in computers. On May the 20th, I spoke to Chris. I can't say his last name. He's a Texas Tech University online recruiter, and I told him my interest was something dealing with graphics design. So after that, June the 5th, I even looked into Penn Foster again, because they have an associate's in graphics design, which I didn't want another associate's. I have 2 associates. There's no point in having 3 associates. So I knew I needed to do a bachelor's if I was going back to school. But the reason that I looked into Penn Foster is because I wasn't sure if I would have enough money to go to school, and how many credits would they accept, if they accepted anything, because some of my credits are like 21 years old, literally. So that's why I looked into Penn Foster. So for whatever reason, on June the 9th, Texas Tech University had not received my 2 transcripts. I'm still not sure about that. So I redid them. Again, Parchment for MCC and the clearinghouse for TSTC. So the next day, June the 10th, the clearinghouse said that my transcript had been sent to TSTC. And then June 11th, Parchment stated that Texas Tech had received my transcript from MCC. So let's see what happened then. Okay, June the 12th. Did I speak to Savannah, or did she send me an email? Savannah Cooper, online degree pathway specialist. She stated that they didn't have any online graphics design programs, and they didn't have any concentrations that dealt with graphics design either. So I continued to look on Texas Tech University online to see what all they had, and I had did interdisciplinary is what I was going to do. And then, you know, a day or 2 went by, and I was like, I'm not going to be happy with that. Like, that's not what I want to do. So June the 14th, I submitted my FAFSA, got an email from April Hollingsworth, managing director in admissions and recruiting for Texas Tech Online. I submitted my FAFSA, but I didn't finish. I'm glad I didn't finish, because I would have had it set up for Texas Tech, and I didn't actually end up going to Texas Tech. So anyway, the next day, June the 15th, I did get accepted to Texas Tech University. Marissa Laura is the enrollment service specialist. She sent an email about my admissions in the interdisciplinary program, but I just wasn't going to be happy with that degree. So June the 17th, so 2 days later, I did the application for Southern New Hampshire University. I spoke to Jordan, who is the admissions advisor, and I spoke to him for a while. He's the admissions counselor, sorry. Had a good little conversation with him. I told him what I wanted to do. I told him a little bit about my history and everything. He said that we'll work on it and we'll try to get it to where I could start June the 29th. Keep in mind that that day was June the 17th. So fingers crossed and everything, because I definitely wanted to start June the 29th, and they had the program that I wanted: graphics design and media arts with a concentration in UX. That's exactly the program that I wanted. So June the 17th, I put in my transcripts, the requests for both of the schools to go to Southern New Hampshire University, SNHU. That was June the 17th. Also, I had requested my high school transcript, but it's the summertime, so of course I didn't get that because it's the summertime and it's still the summertime. So Jordan, the admissions counselor, had sent me a link to the university catalog so that I could look up all the degrees and the courses. I think I got a little bit ahead. He sent me that June the 17th, and then I decided exactly which one I wanted to do. Meanwhile, June the 18th, Texas Tech was advising me. What were they advising me of? This is not even a complete sentence. It's okay. Let's just go to the next one. June the 21st, Jordan emailed me that they still needed my attestation. I don't know what that is. My high school transcript and financial aid. So I had told him that would it be in the summer, that I'm not sure how I could get my high school transcript because it was the summer. So he said, don't worry about it. We don't need that for now. Also, that night of June the 21st, I completed my FAFSA and used the code to go to SNHU. Jordan emailed me back and stated at this time that they didn't need the high school transcript. Again, I put the cart before the horse, but I'm trying to get it all out here. The next day, June the 22nd, Jordan was saying that they may have received the transcripts, but he was not able to see them yet. So I sent the courses that Texas Tech had transferred, because I had went through a whole little process with Texas Tech to where they did a degree plan with the transcripts that they did receive. So I sent that degree plan to SNHU, so hopefully they could at least see the classes that I had, and then maybe be able to make up a degree plan based on that, which they actually ended up doing, but it wasn't all the way correct because they didn't have all the classes. So what else? So I called Marissa Laura, who is the enrollment service specialist, and I asked her, I was like, can you send me a copy of my transcripts that you guys received? And she said that she doesn't have permission to send out, or to even, I guess, access and send out my official transcripts. So that was a no to that one. And then June the 23rd, Jordan stated that they submitted my courses that they had on my Texas Tech University degree plan, and he's waiting on my AEP evaluation, which is an early assessment program, which is how you can start school early before they have all of your paperwork finished. He also stated he's monitoring my FAFSA to see when they could register me. So this was all good news, and I was so happy about it. So happy about it. Let's see. Let's see. I don't know if I need to talk about this part yet. Okay, so anyway, the next day, June the 24th, Jordan emailed me a program evaluation and course recommendation. So they did use the other courses that they could see on the Texas Tech degree degree plan. They used those. So they were able to like send me the courses that they recommended based on the courses that they saw that I already took. The next day, June the 25th, he responded to an email that I had sent him stating that he was working with the advisor on my registration. So that meant I was going to be able to go to school because they were working on the classes that I was going to start with. All good news. Second email stated financial aid was prepared for my registration, but not yet for the award breakdown. So they had enough information about financial aid that I could register for classes, but they didn't have the award letter breakdown. So almost done. It's just the same day, the 25th, yes. Received my congratulations on my enrollment in Southern New Hampshire University, and Jordan registered me for full-time. So initially they had registered me for, what is it? GRA 200, I got the stuff on my wall here, which is digital design tools, and then fundamentals of design, I think. But they said there's one class that would not transfer. So I needed to take it, and it was like a beginner's course. I forgot. Oh, it's right here. What is it called? It's called Awareness and Online Learning. So I ended up starting with that one, and then the digital design tools course. So I have two, and because they're online programs, they last 8 weeks, and two courses are considered full-time. If you take one course within the 8 weeks, then you're half-time. So Jordan registered me full-time. And then June the 26th, the next day, I got my official degree plan, and they had transferred 60 of my course credits toward my bachelor's degree. So that is all good news, and I was so excited. That was June the 26th. And so that would mean that I would only have a year and 8 months, and I would be complete and done, in other words, with a bachelor's degree. So I was super excited about that. That was the 26th, and I actually started Southern New Hampshire University on June the 29th. That's what Jordan was shooting for, my admissions counselor, and he got it done. And it wasn't just him. I kept calling and hounding people because I really wanted to start. I was really excited about this opportunity to get a bachelor's degree, something I had never even thought of getting. I don't know how this ran across my mind and how it all worked out, but it was supposed to work out just like it did, and it worked out. I'm so glad. And so I was happy to get my my degree plan, which shows all the classes that I still have to take and all the classes that transferred in that I do not have to take. So I just wanted to let you guys know and give you a complete update before I got too far in the program. Like I said, it's week 3, day 1, 2, 3. Week 3, day 3. So I'm so excited. I guess I'm through rambling. That is it, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.